Hello all, welcome to the next series of object-oriented programming. We have understood the use of inline functions and static data members and member functions. The objective of this session is to learn about constructor and its characteristics. So constructor, why we actually use constructor, why to use these constructor? There are a number of questions that what is a constructor, when to use a constructor. So especially when C++ is there, these type of questions are always arising in the minds of all the students who are learning C++. So why to use constructor? Now consider the use of a constructor that it has C++ is actually having a rule that you have not to initialize the data members through class, but we should use a member function to initialize the data member. For example, if you have a class calc, and if I'm writing integer num is equal to 10, integer num is equal to num2 is equal to 20, so your data hiding concept is overruled because I'm directly assigning the value to num1 and num2 as 20. So that is being whosoever is accessing class will have those values, and thus the data will not be hidden. So instead of doing that, we should use a member function in C++ to make it more object oriented. So here this is actually very wrong if you initialize the data members directly through the class. So what you can do is solution to this is use member function. So how to use a member function? You will use a class calc, then the data members, just declare the data member, then you have to use a function. Inside the public section I write a setNum function which is going to give the values or initialize the values to num1 and num2, the data members which you have declared inside the class, and the output function is just displaying that value. So this is a simple concept, and setNum function is then called through the main function by using the object of calc class. So you create an object calc and then call setNum function which initializes the value using c.setNum, and to display the value you use c.output. So this is how you use member functions to initialize the value to the data members. But another solution to this is you can use what? Constructor. Your setNum function is called to initialize values to the data members. So instead of that we can use constructor. How to use a constructor? Class calc and the num1 num2. Now instead of setNum function I am using calc. This is, remember, this has the same name as that of the class. Your class name is calc and your constructor name, which is a function, actually it is a function which is same name as that of the class, and you initialize the value inside the constructor as num1 is equal to 10 and num2 is equal to 20 and displays this value. So constructor is used to initialize the value to the data members, in short to the objects. Now you create the object calc and using c.output and return 0. Now if you remember that here c.setNum function was called where it was initializing the value num1 and num2 to 20, but a constructor is initializing a value and we are not calling the constructor. So this is the feature of constructor, that while you create the object of a constructor, at that time only the constructor is being called. So here, when to use a constructor? When we want to initialize the value to the data members without calling the function explicitly. As we have seen, for calling the setNum function we have to use c.setNum. While we don't want to initialize the value to the, if we want to initialize the value to the data members without calling any function explicitly, you need to use constructor like class calc, and you are initializing values inside the constructor. So here constructor is called automatically when objects are created. So when you create an object, you have automatically call the constructor. You do not have to explicitly call the function, just as we were doing c.setNum. Now what is a constructor? The question is, constructor is a special member function. Remember again, constructor is a special member function whose task is to initialize the value to the object of its class. So constructor characteristics: First constructor characteristic, that they are special member function. Special because it has the same name as that of the class. Third, that it constructs a value for the object. Why it is known as constructor? Because it constructs the values for the objects. It is declared in the public section of the class. Never can a constructor be declared in the private section of the class. Again, it is invoked automatically when the objects are created. Calling is not explicit. It is invoked or called automatically when objects are created. And lastly, these functions, that is constructor, do not have any return type, not even void. Okay, so you do not write any of the return type, you just write the name of the constructor which has the same name as that of the class. So if you have a class name, then you will see that inside the public section, if you are writing class name and after that parenthesis, that is known as the constructor. So your class name, if you can observe, the class student is created with a data member student ID. So you are initializing value student ID is equal to 0 in a function that is known as a constructor, as it has the same name as that of the class student. So now we will see the program over here. Hash include, we are writing class line, and for class line we have declared double length as a data member. We have three functions: set length function, get length function, and third we are taking a constructor. So this constructor is used to initialize the length value to 0. So it is going to do length is equal to 0, or it is just display a message that object is being created. So while defining we have declared the constructor inside the class, so need to be defined. You can define it inside the class also and outside the class also. If you define it outside the class, you have to write the class name, scope resolution operator, and the constructor name, where I am just displaying the message object is being created. Then we define the next function, set length function, which is defined with the return type, class name, scope resolution operator, and its parameter, and which is assigning the parameterized value to the data member length. And to get the length, to get the value which is set in length, we have to use a return length. For that we have get length function, which is returning you a double value. So length is also a double value which is returned to the get length function. To call these functions, you have to create an object inside the main, a line object. So when you are creating line, L line line, so line dot set length is used. Here line is a object and you are using set length function. When you first create an object, so this line scope resolution operator, when you create an object, it calls a constructor, that is object is being created. So you get the output object is being created. Next time, line dot set length 0, it will assign 6.0 to length, which will assign length is equal to 6.0, and you will display the length of the line, and this will be displayed, and then you are writing line dot get length. So this calls the get length function that returns length 6.0. So that is why you get the output as 6.0. So this is an assignment to you, that you must find the difference between methods and constructors. Just identify the difference between methods and constructor. We will review this in the next video. Meet you soon in the next video with the types of constructor. Thank you.